Hello, hi, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to this overview introduction to Petroc as part of our virtual open day. Next slide, please, Luke. There are various of us on the call today. I'll just quickly introduce us and we will all be taking various parts of this presentation. So my name's Ros Algar. I'm one of the assistant principals. We've also got John Hardy, assistant principal, who's going to talk through the vocational and T-level. We've got John Price, who's the head of faculty for A-levels, and we've got Sam Wilson, who's the head of apprenticeships. Next slide, please, Luke. So what we want to do within this presentation is just really give you an overview of why choose Petroc. So I'm going to go through some of the things that are new at our North Devon campus. You'll also be taken through the study programme options overview and also a bit of advice on how to find a course. But also within this, there's the ability for you to have a chat. So if you want to ask any questions, please put them in the chat and we will come to that at the end, and then I will ask the relevant question to the relevant person on the call. Next slide, please, Luke. So part of why choose Petroc, we are incredibly proud of the successes of all of our students. We year on year have incredibly good results for our students. We're the 4th highest college in the country for A-level results performance, which we are unbelievably proud of. So many of our students do above and beyond what was expected of us when they came in to join us, go on to some of the top universities in the country or onto apprenticeships or into work. So A-level results are incredibly strong for us. But that's not all. We also have a wide range of vocational courses, which John will talk to you about in a bit. And our average achievement for our vocational courses is distinction, which again is incredible. So people come in, they're working through whatever levels they start with us, whatever level they leave us, they achieve the best they possibly can. And we also have a wide range of apprenticeships. We support over 1,000 apprentices a year. A large number of those are 16 to 18-year-olds, but obviously we have adults going through apprenticeships and apprenticeships at all levels, and Sam will talk through that. Next slide, please. So for us, and as you can see from the previous slide, the results are an achievement for our students is absolutely at the core of what we are aiming to do. So we hope and expect all of our students to realise their potential. We set high expectations and we encourage all of our students to have high expectations for themselves, pushing themselves to go further than they thought was possible. And actually we had an inspection from Ofsted earlier in the year, and that was one of the things that they really highlighted as a success for Petroc, is that we provide care, guidance and support for all of our students. So it's not only about the high academic achieving, it's whatever you want to do, whatever you want to study, we will encourage and nurture that and push you to do the best you possibly can. Next slide, please. So things don't stay still at college. So what's new at the North Devon campus? There's a number of different things. So whilst it's been a strange and challenging year in many ways, we've also had some really exciting developments as an organisation. So Southwest Institute of Technology is a regional institute which has been set up through colleges and universities. It will be opening a new facility at our North Devon campus in the spring of 2021. The picture at the top is an artist's impression. The building is underway at the moment. And that is a fantastic collaboration for digital engineering. The Institute of Technology is a really great opportunity for the Southwest region as a whole. We've also got the School of Nursing and degrees in nursing starting in January, February of next year. But not only that, we've got other projects and activities that go on with our students at all times. So for example, the next one down, technology transfer, that's actually a project which has our students working in local organisations, helping and support those local organisations with the students' digital technology knowledge and understanding, and actually working in the community. So those kind of projects are really important to us, that we make sure that we have that ongoing relationship with businesses and provide incredible work experience for our students. We've also got a range of campus upgrades going on at all times. Currently, there's a bit of scaffolding around what we call E-Block, which will actually modernise and upgrade the whole of that building. The Southwest Institute of Technology building is another example of that. And at all times, we're looking to improve, update, enhance our curriculum offer. So we're very excited about a new course that we are introducing for 2021, which is Forensic and Criminal Investigation. And John Price will talk a little bit more about that when we get to that. Next slide, please. So what we're going to do over the course of this next few minutes, half an hour, is we're going to look at all the different options that are available. So we have a wide provision of 6 courses for 16 to 18-year-olds, A-levels, vocational, T-levels and apprenticeships. And there is a full prospectus available. Most students will have received one through their school, but the prospectus is also available online, and should you want a hard copy of it, you can phone our Advice and Guidance Centre and they will send one out to you. So there's a full prospectus there. But 16 to 18-year-olds is not all that we do, and we'll come back to talk about adults a bit later, but we have 2 other prospectuses for adults as well. Short courses and also degree courses. So again, if you would like a copy of one of those prospectuses and if you don't have one, you can go online and find it, or you can call our Advice and Guidance and we will get one sent out to you. Next slide, please. So we're going to move into the main body. I'm going to shut up and I'm going to hand over to somebody else. So we're going to look through A-level programme, the vocational courses, T-levels, because that's a new thing that lots of people will not be available, understand at the moment, and then apprenticeships. So I'm now going to hand it over to John Price, who's going to talk us through A-levels. Next slide, please, Luke.
Cool. Thanks, Roz. So, as you can see, that we have a wide range of subjects available for you to study at A-levels, and we roughly break them down into these kinds of categories. They're the ones we look at internally, and therefore we've got presentations later in the day to talk about them. But the rough idea really to say is I think one of the great strengths of what we have is the flexibility of our offer. It's challenging to bolt together an A-level program that will take a learner where they want to be. But we look to try and get these subjects into as many combinations as we possibly can that make sense. So, for example, people taking subjects such as psychology, sociology, and politics together can have a very clear focus for where they might want to progress into university. But also, you could take something like politics, but take it with history and economics, if that's your focus. Over in the STEM subjects in maths and science, you've got subjects like maths and further maths, which obviously bolt together very specifically, and we put those learners into a group. But again, it's about taking the flavour of where you want to go, which we help you understand, and then putting that together into a subject choice of 3 A-levels, which would make up your A-level programme. Roz also alluded to the Forensic and Criminal Investigation, which is not an A-level, but it's a new course we're running, which is a full-time level 3 BTEC, which is similar to our applied science one. And in that subject, you would be taking a combination of, for lack of a better word, hard science with some psychological and criminological elements alongside it. Cool. Thank you, Roz.
Okay, over to me next. So I'm going to talk to you about the vocational qualifications. So we've got a really broad range, everything from animal care to hair and beauty, construction and beyond, everything you can see on the screen there. The courses vary quite a lot on start point. So some areas need you to start at level 1 or level 2 in terms of developing those skills, particularly the trades and hair and beauty, where we're looking at practical subjects where it's time taken to understand these and learn those practical skills and really hone them to get your expertise up. The other thing to include is they all include work experience, and most of them can lead on to university in terms of those options you want to go on to in later life, or indeed apprenticeships. So there's a really broad range. I think the other thing to mention is our staff specialisms. So the staff that teach in these areas have been there, have done it, understand the area and are passionate about the area. They really want to bring on the next generation of young people to work in their sector. And it's worth, when you come along and talk to us and talk to our staff, is understanding them, where they've been, their experiences, and where they can help you get to. I think alongside that, Luke, if we could skip to the next slide. The other side of it, obviously we've got our staff who we're very proud of and we think are amazing. We've also got our industry standard facilities. So you can see on the screen there, there's a huge range of stuff, everything from science labs, which you'd probably expect, to hair and beauty salons, which are commercial standard. They are incredible. Our tour restaurant is an amazing facility. You know, it's really, really high-end commercial stuff. Our construction workshops, plumbing, bricklaying, you know, carpentry, all those workshop spaces are incredible. So the combination of those spaces and our staff really do allow you to go further than you could otherwise. Can we move on to the next one? So the next one is T-levels. So we've got our general vocational courses, which tend to be with awarding bodies like BTEC or sitting guilds. T-levels are a totally new qualification, which the government's rolled out this year. And they've got a range of different methods. So they're exam-based, there's employer-set projects, and there's also a significant work placement block. So there's 315 hours over the 2 years that students will do. These are also at level 3. So these are equivalent to A-levels. They have got that high marquee, that high value that people want. And they're in those sector areas. So construction, education, and health and science, as well as digital as well, which fits in there too. And they are about giving you expertise in those areas. It's really high value, allowing you to progress and allowing us also through work experience to support our local employers with that pipeline of talent to the future in terms of leading on to higher degree apprenticeships and so on.
Thank you, John. Good morning, everyone. Petroc has a range of apprenticeships available, starting from level 2 all the way through to degree apprenticeships. We work closely with employers across the Southwest, working with around 400 employers, and at any one time we have around 1,000 apprentices that we support. An apprenticeship is a job. You are an employee and you are being trained within the workplace. Whilst Petroc supports you with a workplace assessor to support you through those sort of your workplace journey, whilst delivering knowledge at Petroc in a range of different kind of timetabled ways, block release, day release, supporting you on your journey to be a success within your job role. Looking at the apprenticeship levels for school leavers, you would expect to start at level 2 or 3. And then Petroc provides you with a progression route that can take you through to levels 4 and 5 onto your higher apprenticeships, which are in the degree area. Petroc has a range of apprenticeships, starting from your lab technician through to science technician. But those sort of levels are level 3 to 5. We have digital from IT infrastructure, digital marketer, which is coming online in January and has proven very popular with employer demand. So Petroc again developing apprenticeship offers to suit our local employers. The construction trades all the way through to construction management, welding through to engineering, and higher degree apprenticeships in engineering. So again, people on the line might well be thinking about going to the next level in the workplace. So apprenticeships aren't just for 16 to 18-year-old sort of school leavers. It could be after your BTEC, after your T-level, after your A-levels, and supporting you on a degree journey as an alternative to university. Thank you.
Okay, so we've talked a bit about qualifications. So we've looked at A-levels, vocational, T-levels, and apprenticeships. I think the other cool thing to mention is it's not just qualifications. It's about developing a rounded person who's ready for the future, no matter what that may hold. And this last year has all told us that we all need to be very, very transferable and very, very able to adapt to things. And this is what we aim to help students to develop. So we've got a range of different academies within that. So the 999 Academy works with the 3 main emergency services and gives students real work experience. Wednesday evenings, it's fantastic quality work experience. Health and Care as well was the first Health and Care Academy set up in the UK, as was the 999 Academy. That was the first of its kind in the UK. And it gives students real work experience in hospitals. Now that's down either a medicine route, so people who want to be doctors or GPs, or that's down a nursing route. So you've got a range of different experiences there. Our vocational academies allow you to develop and hone your expertise down your career pathways. And the sports academies allow you to compete in elite sports academies. So we often send around about 35 to 40 students off to the national championships to represent the Southwest every year. And normally, I don't want to sound cocky, but normally we come back with a volleyball gold medal as well. So we're pretty proud of that for our volleyballers. And we work very closely with a beach academy at Croyd, who've got an amazing pipeline of talent and an incredible success rate of getting young people in this area playing internationally. And a range of our students have gone on to scholarships in the USA. In terms of that, our Aspire programme is about those students looking to go to Russell Group universities and getting the very best grade for you as possible, and also giving you the very best UCAS statement and the very best content for that UCAS statement as well. It involves looking at universities, going to universities, talking about them, getting guest speakers in, and really honing those expertise skills. In terms of getting involved in college life, there's an awful lot to say yes to, and we really want a lot of our students to say yes and really engage with it. So being a student ambassador is a great experience, and we're really proud of ambassadors. The Students' Union play an integral part in the college and really provide that raw feedback that we need to help us improve and help us to understand what's going on the ground. Our NCS program is an amazing program that runs through the summer. Normally, obviously, COVID-wise, it was a bit different this year, but normally it's a great experience and gives our students real life experience and helps them to make real connections and friendships when they come here. And also our Erasmus projects, which are 2-week work experience blocks in Europe. So over the last year, we should have had 280 plus students go to Europe. Obviously, there was this little thing that you might be aware of that kind of got in the way of that. But we're hoping that soon our students can get out. We've got a trip planned to Alvoriaz, which was planned for January, which is in a ski resort, and that's slightly delayed now. So our projects team are working hard to rebook everything and sort everything out, but we're confident as soon as we can do it, we will be doing it and giving our students those excellent experiences and broadening their horizons outside of North Devon. So finally, from me, it's about progression, and this is what it's all about. So your start point at college will be determined by your entry requirements and what grade you get at school. So the harder you work, the higher up you could start. And I think Roz will talk about that in a bit. I think from there, it's about tailoring your progression route to you. There is not one progression route. There are several, and there are very different ways of getting there, which can suit you. And it can also, if you're honest, suit your opportunities. So you might have a great opportunity with an apprenticeship and be able to get that job and land that job, but you might want to take a university route to get there. You might want to take an employment route to get there through one of our traineeships and so on. So there's a huge range of progression opportunities. And for me, it's about picking the right course that you're interested in. And then when you're on that course, you start to unwrap a whole load of potential of stuff you would have never considered before. And all those tens and hundreds of different careers in each of our different sectors that we're all passionate about, you can start to learn more about those and figure out what the right route is for you.
Thank you, John. So a lot of what we've focused on so far has been for 16 to 18-year-olds, but also, as I said right at the start, we do have a very wide range of courses and opportunities for adults. So we have a full range of adult courses, so for anyone over the age of 19. Short courses, part-time courses, certificated qualifications, qualifications in things like the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development, so HR routes, qualifications in finance through accounting, AAT. And so there's a wide range of opportunities. And as Sam said earlier, obviously apprenticeships is not just for 16 to 18-year-olds. Apprenticeships could be at any point. And we do find that actually quite a lot of people who are already in the workplace actually continue to work for their employer and take that apprenticeship route as a progression with their employer. So as John mentioned, progression is, something that we're really focused on, actually helping people to move to the next level, to continue to train and qualify and develop skills. And so also our HE provision, our university degree level provision, is really quite significant. And I think we're incredibly lucky in North Devon actually to have a university campus right here. We know that a lot of the students, and in fact, the vast majority of our students who stay with us to do degree level qualifications, they do it because actually it provides an incredible work-life balance for them. They continue to work because you can do your degree part-time or full-time. And in fact, full-time is not 5 days a week. It's not going back to school. So actually full-time tends to be 2.5 to 3 days a week. So even on a full-time degree course, you can actually be living and working and continuing with to kind of manage your work-life balance. So, a degree is absolutely achievable. And most, vast majority of our students achieve some incredible things and go on to really enhance their career. So, you know, we're very proud of the ability, over 40 different degree courses that we offer. Thank you, Luke. So really, the point now would be in terms of, you know, what do you going to decide to study? So if we're talking specifically about 16 to 18-year-olds who are coming to us from school, you know, as John said early on for the A-levels, it's actually about, you know, what combination of courses, what combination of subjects do you want to do? What do you enjoy doing? Thinking about your learning styles. So A-levels are much more classroom based, they're much more kind of academic, if you like. Vocational courses, although at level 3 and T-levels are equally academic, if you like, they're also practical, they're more hands-on. So, you know, it depends on your learning style. What do you prefer to do? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Are you wanting to go on to university, going straight into the workplace, or thinking apprenticeship route? And, you know, all of those things can be hard and feel overwhelming. So actually our advice and guidance team are there to help and support with any questions that you've got. I know they've got chat and sessions over the course of today. We've also got a careers advisor, Mark Turnbull, who can actually do a full careers advice discussion with you. Thank you, Luke. So in terms of the other things, in terms of helping to decide not only what course do you want to take, what subject area, what's your kind of direction, but also about where do you want to study. Thinking about the surroundings and facilities, as John said, you know, we have an incredible range of industry standard facilities. So whatever subject you're wanting to study, you're really learning in you know, very, very good facilities. It's about the prospects. We talked earlier about our results for our students. So actually our achievement rates, you know, we're there to help and support our students. Thinking about travel time. You know, do you want to spend an incredible long time, beginning and end of day, traveling to college? Or, you know, are you committed to doing that? Or actually, would it be better to be at a college that's closer to you, which is the way that you want to go? And also just thinking about the overall, the people that you'll be with and the surroundings. So all of those things need to come into play. Thanks, Luke. So the next steps. Applications are open, so you apply online, going to the Petroc website, go through the subject areas and apply that way. Once you've applied, you receive a link to our app called My Petroc, which then means that it's your own unique account. The students have one and the parents have a login as well, and you can track the progress of your application. There's advice and guidance available at all times, but once you've made your application, we then support you through from now until next September when you join us. Next slide, please. So that's really it from us. And so now hopefully Luke will help us by popping up some of the questions that we've got. If anyone's got any questions, please do put them in the comments now.
So, hi Jackie, thanks for getting in touch. Yes, you absolutely can mix A-levels from different subcategories, for example, maths and geography. What we look to do to make sure, though, is that when students make choices, that they make sense in terms of their career progression, what they want to do. For example, you occasionally get people that say, well, I want to take these two because they're what I want to do, and I want to do this one because it's a bit of fun or something like that. Generally, that's not the best way to pick subjects. It's about picking ones that combine well to take a student where they want to be, or indeed play to the strengths of what they do.
Okay. Okay, this is probably one for you, John Hardy, to respond to.
Yeah, too many Johns.
Yeah.
No, we're very proud of our support for autistic students. We've got a fantastic head of SEN in Mim White, whose office is right there. I can see it from here. She's an amazing member of staff and will do a lot of work to evaluate and understand what your young person's needs are. We've got the pod on site as well, which is where young people with autism can go to get a bit of time out, to get a bit of calm down time, and that's always fully supported by staff. Specifically within the academy environment, obviously we will support every student with their needs in terms of how best we can facilitate their learning and their development.
Thank you.
If I could add a piece there as well, within the apprenticeship environment as well, learners are supported via internships or apprenticeships. Apprentices are supported in the workplace as well as at Petroc. So there is a range of support for all our learners and within all of our sort of learning streams and in apprenticeships. We have some really supportive employers who provide a nurturing and supportive workplace environment, whilst extra work, staff could be supporting that learner as well.
Thank you. Okay, John H., do you want to respond to this one?
Yeah. Obviously, we want to make sure you're on the right course in the first place. So we put a lot of work into ensuring you go on the right pathway, the right course, the right career aim for you. And we'll spend a lot of time with you. I'm in the Vice Guidance Centre right now. So it's about talking to these staff and understanding what your options are before you get here. But if you do get here and you think, oh, crumbs, made a bit of an error there, that does happen. We're human. These things go on. We've got the first 3 weeks where students can change their course, change their mind, have a little taster in different ones. After that, we do allow changes, but it does become more difficult because students have learned more content and you've got more time to catch up, and we tend to evaluate that on a case-by-case basis. So essentially, it's beforehand, making sure you do a lot of research, you talk to us, and we'll give you it warts and all. You know, the courses are challenging. They are difficult for very different reasons for different individuals, and it depends what suits you. But when you do get here, it's about talking to the advice and guidance team here. We've also got tutor support coordinators to talk to as well as the tutors on your programme. So we're really, really sure we can get you on the right course for you. It's just about that two-way communication.
Right, who would like to answer this one? John H. or John P?
Well, I'll kind of go for this one. So the interview is more about you understanding whether the course is right for you. So it's less of us kind of going, well, are you good enough sort of thing, because essentially, pragmatically, your entry requirements, your GCSE grades largely determine that. It's about you identifying what the right course is for you. So asking the questions, potentially getting some work experience before you start a course. I used to teach animal care, and I'd always say to my students, if you weren't quite sure, try and get a week's work experience in a vet's or an animal care centre or a zoo or something like that, just to figure out if the real kind of grim reality of those jobs actually matches your expectations, because what you can think a course is like is very different to actually what a course is like. So it's about asking questions.
I think there's another question coming up. There we go. Okay, Sam, this looks like one for you.
Hi there, thank you for that question, Sarah. We do offer a progression route into teaching. So we have a teaching assistant initially, and also we have an FE skills teacher apprenticeship as well. But that is for delivery for learners 16 and above, 16 years and above. So those are our two offers here at Petroc within the education and teaching sector.
Yeah. Do you want to pick that one up, John?
Yeah, I'll go for that. So our careers advisor is a chap called Mark Turnbull. He's fantastic. He's also entirely impartial. You know, he works in this place, but he's about guiding you to the right place, and it's really important for his integrity that he does that. In terms of making an appointment, it's emailing him. So the address is careers@petroc.ac.uk. You can also find his contact details on our website as well, in terms of getting through to him. But if you email him, he'll contact you back and arrange a time and a place, most likely over a video call or a phone call, in this instance, just to get that ball rolling and start having those discussions.
Okay. Honestly, Mr. Hardy, you again.
Yeah, I do like talking, so this is all right. I'm doing this, you know. It's why I'm not at home, so my kids don't have to listen to me kind of yabber on about work even more. So in terms of the working week for the catering course, it does vary by the area, but they get at least 2 kitchens a week. So that means real service for real customers in our kitchen. And that'll be a mixture of daytime, so lunch service and evening service. and that varies throughout the year in terms of which one they do. We're open on a Tuesday and Thursday evening, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday lunch. In terms of those services, so it's the same hours as another course, but you do have some late evenings within that if it's a full-time catering course. We also do part-time catering courses for adults as well, which are a mixture of daytime and evening, and that's also blends with our apprenticeship delivery, where we get our students real practice in our real kitchens with our expert staff.
Okay. Have we got, oh, I think there might be another question coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that one. So we've got an amazing safeguarding team. People probably know Pete. An incredibly muscly, handsome guy, which is very annoying. But he's our fantastic safeguarding lead, and we've got an amazing team of 7 staff. Sorry, Ros, I did say that. Yeah. So we've got a fantastic team that support him, that have got a massive range of experiences in safeguarding. Our policy was looked at in our latest Ofsted visit, and they praised it very, very highly. We're very proud of our safeguarding team and how they support our most vulnerable learners. In terms of bullying, we do not tolerate that. We have a respect policy on site, and we respect each other and all our differences, and it's very important that we support that. So whether that's in the classroom, whether that's in the food hall or anything like that, we don't tolerate it. We are here to be young adults, and as part of being a young adult, it's about supporting and working with each other. And we can, if there are flare-ups between groups, which does happen, you know, we're working with 16 to 18-year-olds as well as some adults as well, occasionally. It's about that kind of mediation and that discussion and that support, and allowing people to get over those barriers, because that is a real life skill in terms of being able to function with other people. So yeah, we're very confident with our safeguarding team there.
Okay. Again, John Hardy.
Oh, thanks. I think my mum's on there just typing questions in that I might know about as well. So in terms of T levels, it really depends on the employer. So we're pretty varied, and it depends on different sectors. So some sectors, like students in a block, so they're in for 6 weeks at a time. So our early years students are in 6-week blocks, boom, 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 boom. Whereas our digital or construction may prefer 1 or 2 days a week, and that varies by sector and it varies by employer. And we're very, very flexible to that. We've got a lot of digital online content where students can catch up lessons if they do miss them. But we do kind of plan for those different things. Normally early years blocks, and the others are all kind of day release. So it's like the opposite of an apprenticeship. So you're in college 3-4 days a week, and in the workplace 1 day a week. Yeah.
Okay, I wonder if we've got any more questions coming in. Okay, doesn't appear that we have any more questions. So unless anyone else has got any questions, I think we would probably say that we are done. Please do visit our open event website. There is a whole raft of information on every single course, every single area, the student support, and the extracurricular activity, as John mentioned as well. There are a number of different specific talks going on across the course of the day. So as John Price mentioned, if you want to look at a particular subject area within A-levels, there's specific presentations going on soon. There's also presentations on HE, so for the adult provision, apprenticeships, T-levels specifically. So if you have any more questions, then by all means, please join us for those as well. But thank you very much for joining us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.